Welcome to Alpha Recaps, and don't forget to subscribe. Today, I will tell about an American thriller film called Run. Spoilers ahead. In the first scene, a team of doctors was trying hard to save a premature newborn baby. Later, the baby's mother, Diane Sherman, came to see the condition of her baby, who is in a critical phase, and she asked if the baby would be okay. In the next scene we see Chloe, who has 5 major diseases including asthma, diabetes, and paralysis. Chloe has to take many medicines regularly and always monitor blood to control her blood sugar levels. Chloe is a very intelligent young girl. She wants to study at one of the top universities in the city, and submits admission forms to college with such passion. She is always got big hopes when mail comes, that it is a university acceptance letter. But unluckily, she never gets any acceptance letter from the university. Chloe also loves to do experiments and is of various tools that she taught by herself at home with the help of internet. One day, while studying, Chloe hears the sound of a car. She thinks it is a mail delivery van, but when she looks out the window, it turns out to be her mother, who has just come home after shopping. While her mother is busy on the phone, Chloe looked into her mother's grocery box and takes some chocolates in the box. Moreover, Chloe accidentally sees a pack of green medicine with her mother Diane Sherman's name on it. Chloe got curious about what disease her mother has. At night, Chloe's mother gives some medicine for Chloe to take before going to bed. Chloe is surprised to see green medicine she saw earlier. She queries her mother about this, but she claims that it is Chloe's medicine and the name on the medicine package is only the recipient's name. Chloe, who is still confused, continues to take the medicine and go to sleep. The next day, in curiosity, Chloe take a pack of the medicine from the cabinet and looks at the name of the medicine. Trigoxin is printed on it. She is got more confused when she sees her name wrapped in the medicine. She peels off the sticker with her name and find Diane Sherman's name was written on the back. At night, she is given the same medicine before Chloe goes to sleep, but at this time Chloe does not swallow the green pill to be examined. After her mother go to sleep, Chloe goes downstairs to find information about trigoxin, but unfortunately, the browser can't be accessed because of an internet problem. While try to connect to internet, Chloe doesn't realize that someone is watching her secretly. The next day, Chloe calls some random person, and asks that person to use the internet and check usage of trigoxin. It turns out that trigoxin is indeed a remedy for the heart, but surprisingly, trigoxin is a red tablet, not green. Chloe starts to suspect her mom is up to something. Chloe continues to be very curious, so she asks her mom to go to the cinema, as an excuse to find facts there. While at the cinema, Chloe tells Diane that she wants to go to the restroom. Chloe leaves the cinema and is going instantly to the nearest pharmacy. When she arrives on the place, it turns out to be a very long queue. Chloe right now asks the person in the queue to let her pass the queue. She questions the pharmacist about the green medicine given by her mom. She asks what is the usage of trigoxin. The pharmacist sees the drug and is confused. The drug is not trigoxin, it is lidocaine. The drug is commonly used for dogs. Chloe is taken aback to hear this revelation. Her world is thrown upside down. She then asks what will happen if people take the drug. The pharmacist says, if humans take this drug, then the person will revel in paralysis. Suddenly, Diane comes in panic and right away injects an anesthetic into Chloe's leg, causing this revelation to come to an abrupt end. Her mother takes her home. Later on the residence, Diane begins to panic, so she locks Chloe in her room, and she is going out to shop for a new paralytic prescription that she has been looking for on the net. Chloe wakes up and realizes that her mom locks her in the room. Chloe is a clever teen, so she has a few tricks to unlock the door. Unluckily, her mom had expected this and placed the broom handle to bar the door, but Chloe doesn't surrender, so without problems, Chloe uses her clinical and technical abilities, and takes a solder blanket and holds water in her mouth. She then comes out of the window, and crawls on the roof of her house to go to the next room. As the suspense builds, she makes use of the heat from the solder, after which the water to break the glass in the following room's window. The blanket is used as a placemat in order that Chloe's body isn't exposed to damaged glass. After getting out of the window, she feels her asthma flare up, and unfortunately, she forgets to carry her inhaler. Chloe is then trying to crawl with a shaky breath to attain her room. Arriving in her room, she without delay makes use of her inhaler to relieve her asthma on time. Chloe without delay gets into her wheelchair and rushes to run far from her house. However, The elevator that Chloe used to move down the steps has been damaged by her mom. She then desperately throws the wheelchair and crawls down the steps until all of a sudden she slips and rolls down. While she falls, Chloe feels a miracle. She can feel and moves her toe due to the fact she has now not taken the drugs her mother had given her for a long time. She will become more and more convinced that her mom is a psychopath. Chloe without delay gets into her wheelchair and out of her residence through the road used to go to the city. All of a sudden, Chloe hears the sound of an automobile coming. Chloe is afraid it is her mother's car and at once hides. It seems that the car is the postman who used to deliver letters to Chloe's house. Chloe then at once rushes out of hiding to block the postman's van until she is nearly hit. The postman receives out of his van and asks what is wrong with Chloe. Chloe just says, "Help me." While the postman is helping Chloe, her mother's vehicle abruptly passes and she sees of them. Diane at once approaches the postman to ask what happens to Chloe. The postman stops Diane, who wants to take her daughter home. The postman says that Chloe does not want to go home and wants to go to the police station. Diane persists in bringing her daughter back home, even threatening to file the kidnapping to the police. Due to the fact there's no signal, Diane's efforts are useless. She unwillingly lets the postman take Chloe away, but on the condition that she comes to. While Chloe is being taken into the postman's van, Diane stabs an anesthetic into the postman's neck until he faints. Chloe is likewise sedated till she faints. While she wakes up, Chloe is already within the basement of her house, and locked up in it. She sees a black liquid made by her mom, which might be a paralyzing drug for her. Chloe is unable to escape. The wheelchair can't move because her mother had chained it. She then seems for a way to get out of there until she sees that there's a pile of paper. It seems to be a notification regarding Chloe's admission to the university she had formerly registered for. Chloe, who knows that her mother had hidden the paper from her, seems frustrated and annoyed. The revelation keeps. Chloe reveals several pics showing that she was healthy and not paralyzed, and even extra surprising, she sees a paper containing a notice of the death of an infant named Chloe who died 2 hours after being born, together with a newspaper containing news of an infant kidnapping on the identical place, same time as Chloe's death date. At that point, Chloe realizes that she isn't Diane's organic baby, and she is the kid who was stolen from her organic parents. It is discovered that Diane's child shown at the start of the movie was not saved, and due to that Diane became so annoyed that she kidnapped someone else's child in the clinic to replace her dead child. While Chloe is stressed and harassed, Diane arrives. She tells her that she isn't her mother, and that she has additionally made Chloe sick and paralyzed all this time with medicinal drugs. Diane says she did this because she loves Chloe. She tells Chloe to overlook all this and move back to how it was once, throwing away Chloe's medicinal drugs. Chloe, who's still afraid, refuses her mom's words till her patience runs out. Diane then takes the black liquid mixture using a syringe to inject it into Chloe. Chloe is getting increasingly fearful. She at once runs behind a cabinet and locks it. Chloe finds a poison, and when her mom manages to open the door, Chloe at once drinks the poison until she overdoses. Diane weeps very loudly seeing her daughter dying from the poison. Here, it could be concluded that Diane loves Chloe a lot, that she desires to control every moves that Chloe makes since beginning. Now, Chloe, who's poisoned, is right now taken to the clinic for medical remedy, but happily, Chloe is successfully cured by the doctors there, but she still reveals it very difficult to move and talk. Chloe sees her mother staring at her through the glass in Chloe's room. Chloe, who sees this, right now asks for help from the nurse in her room. By pressing the help button, Chloe cannot talk, but so she can only signal through her eyes. The nurse offers Chloe a notice and crayon so she will write something down. While Chloe is forming a phrase, an unexpected emergency alarm is sounded. It seems the emergency alarm is a sabotage carried out by Diane to draw the attention of the nurse. Not long after, Diane enters Chloe's room and right away pulls out all Chloe's medical equipments, and takes her out. After the nurse returns to Chloe's room, she is harassed by Chloe's disappearance. The nurse sees the notice written by Chloe that reads, "Mother." The nurse at once reports this to security to locate Chloe. Chloe is brought forcefully by her mom. She cannot ask for help. When she is almost out of the clinic on the escalator, Chloe's mother cannot move Chloe's wheelchair. It turns out that Chloe uses her legs to hold the wheelchair in place. Yes, here Chloe's legs may be moved a little. At that point the safety guards come to prevent them from leaving. Seeing this, Diane at once points a gun at the security officer, saying that she simply wants to move home along with her daughter. One of the security guards manages to shoot Diane and she falls down the steps. Chloe is rescued and Diane is safely secured by the authorities. The scene then moves 7 years later in a mental sanatorium. Chloe, who's now an grown-up, is shown to be able to move her legs, even though it is still a struggle for her. There, Chloe is seeing someone who seems to be Diane Sherman. Chloe says that her lifestyles now with her actual family is very satisfactory, she has many buddies, and she has even graduated from her preferred university. Before Chloe says goodbye, she seems to take something out of her mouth, which seems to be the dog medicine that Diane had given her. Chloe then says, "I love you, Mom." Now open huge. It is the end of the movie Run. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.